that change the contours of Yes Bank? The deal has been done almost at a book price, at its book value. But will the future for Yes Bank change now that two large investors who've got a large pool of capital, they've committed, they put their shoulder to the wheel? Prashant Kumar, Managing Director and CEO of Yes Bank, joins us now. Mr. Kumar, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Can you explain the deal where the lender will sell 10% stake to Carlyle Group and to the Advent International? What prompted you to go ahead with this deal?
This has been a turning now. This would be a turning point for Yes Bank because we are raising almost 1.1 billion, which is a 8,900 crore fundraise, and very good names. Two large PE players. One is the Carlyle Group, and another one is the Advent. So they would be buying a stake of up to 10% in the bank. The deal is actually split into two things. One is in terms of shares, and the second is warrant. And why we have to do it? And because till March 23, SBI shareholding cannot come below 26%. So basically, like they would be 5,093 crore would be coming as a share immediately, which would reduce the SBI holding to 26.1. And after 31st March, the warrants, which would be 3,805 crores, that would come, and that would bring down the shareholding of SBI to 24%. So keeping in view the regulatory requirements because of the reconstruction scheme, this deal has been split into shares and the warrants. And our capital adequacy, which is currently 11.9, would move to almost like 14.7, and then subsequently it would, after the warrant comes, it would come to 15.7.
Right. So could you tell me what getting these two credible names on the board really means for Yes Bank, and how the journey, say, next 4 to 5 years ahead is now looking like after getting this kind of growth capital?
So I would be saying this is like a growth capital for our medium and long-term requirement. And second, also, this is a confidence capital. As you are rightly saying, that so far our shareholders are either financial institution or retail investor. But if the credible names from the private equity comes, it also gives a lot of confidence to our investor. And this capital, which is 8,900, would take care of our growth aspiration for medium term and long term. But I think the another important thing is also in terms of it's also we are expecting a re-rating out of this capital, which would also open the lot of business opportunity for the bank and would also reduce our cost of funding.
Okay, Mr. Kumar, so you talked to us about what could it mean for your capital ratio, but talk to us about what will it mean for your credit rating, and going forward, do you see a very stark improvement when it comes to your entire asset quality, etc. as well?
So we are expecting this because I think one of the parameters which rating agencies always track is in terms of the capital adequacy of the bank. We are definitely meeting all the regulatory requirements. But if we compare our peers in the private sector, I think this capital raise would take our capital ratios at par or slightly better than the peers in the private sector industry.
Good morning, Mr. Kumar. You're also calling this as confidence capital. So what do these two global private equity giants get? You're talking about one of the largest fundraisers ever by a private sector lender. I would imagine a board seat at the minimum.
In this capital raise, both the PE players are expecting a board seat, which would be subject to approval from the board, NRC, as well as from the RBI. But definitely, this is one of their asks, and we also see like this would be a value addition for the bank because they also have a lot of experience in the financial sector side. So I think their nominees coming on our board would not only strengthen the board, but also I think would charter Yes Bank into a different growth trajectory. So I think as a bank, we are also excited in terms of when their nominees would be coming onto the board.
So Carlyle and Advent will get a board seat on Yes Bank. It's being described as a confidence capital by Mr. Prashant Kumar. This is, of course, a big turnaround story as well. Watch out for this stock at opening bell. Thank you so much.